Everybody knows that if you surf the web long enough, you'll see some pretty sick shit. This is especially true if you intentionally dive into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've been to quite a few things that I don't care to admit to, but one thing that I'll always remember is a site called Normal Porn for Normal People. The first stage thing about this site was that I didn't find it by actually looking for it. It was emailed to me by someone I didn't know. This email was as follows. Hi there. I found this site is very nice, thought you might like. Normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind. Pretty standard issue chain letter, although the URL and the last remark really piqued my curiosity. I was having a very boring day when I got this, so I made sure my antivirus was working and then I clicked on it. It was very strange, a very generic looking site. I gave the impression that perhaps the creators just barely gave a shit about making it look professional. The offer seemed to have a very tenuous grasp on English, and the front page was a long, boring, and incoherent rant that I don't remember or have saved. The site had a strange tagline, which even today, people still haven't figured out the meaning of, which was Normal Porn for Normal People, a website dedicated to eradication of abnormal sexuality. And from the sound of it, I wasn't sure whether I was here to watch porn or if I stumbled on some kind of ingenious program. But I was now, and I was very curious to see what normal people got their rocks off to. So I scrolled down through the rant and nothing. The page didn't even seem to be linked anywhere else, and I was about to leave when I noticed that every word of that rant was own hyperlink. I clicked on one of them and it was sent to a white page with very long list of links in form of normalpornfornormalpeople.com random letters. So I stopped for a minute and asked myself if I really want to waste God knows how much time clicking on so many links could give me a virus that would fuck up my computer. I figured that I tried maybe 5 minutes just to see if anything came up. I clicked on one of the links that was sent to another page. This page apparently had a totally different URLs than the last one. I was about to say fuck this when I clicked on the third link and a video download came up. It was called peanut.avi, a 30-minute video of a man and a woman and a dog in the kitchen. The woman made a peanut butter sandwich and the man set it down for the dog to eat. This all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had to stop filming and wait until the dog was ready to eat again. And the dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does that have to do with porn? I have no clue. I have seen a little over 24 videos from that site, and a majority of it had no sexual activity at all. After watching peanut.avi, I went onto a certain image board to play frequent online show and tell, like I always do with weird shit like this. But someone had already made a thread about it, a guy who received the same chain letter I did. The image board thread had lots of people with nothing better to do for the site, and that's how I saw the other videos. Most of the 24 videos were very uneventful, and I have consisted of people talking to the cameraman in the room, with nothing in it but a desk and a few curtains. I mean, literally nothing on the walls or in terms of furniture. The whole room had a very cold, sterile feel to it. The conversations were ideal banter about previous jobs or embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of discussion about what the people were filming or what the site was about. But of course nothing. You would never know these videos had anything to do with porn if you saw it out of context. I will say one thing though. The people who have appeared in these videos were quite attractive. However, the other videos did actually feature content I suppose to be called NSFW, is where things got weird. I'll give a brief description of the stranger videos. If you're already eaten up with curiosity, you could try and hunt them down with the torrent site. Lickedclean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera in which you see a repairman working on a washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly and then leaves. The owner checks up to make sure the repairman is gone, then begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Jimbo.avi. A 5-minute video of an obese man performing his act. It was actually pretty funny. Practically no part of it where he pretends to pull up a chair, and then pretends that it breaks because of his weight. And last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts to static briefly, and cuts to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing the meme outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscured fetish? Diana.avi. A 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a different room in the interviewing room. This room looks like the one you find in a normal person's house. Exactly where there is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays her violin, but keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice until someone on the image board Fred pointed out, but if you look in the mirror in the background, you could see a fat man in a chicken mask doing something really messed up. Jessica.avi. Another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside the house, talking to a young woman. They occasionally talk about canoe rides. The camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is that no one has ever been able to identify where this street is. Guesses have ranged from anywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there is yet to be a match for the street shown in the video. Tonguetie.avi. A 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consistent of the elderly woman making out with a mannequin. The video cuts out like it did in Jimbo.avi halfway through, and the scene is then a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights have been dimmed and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi. 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to break dance on a DDR mat, what looks like the kitchen from Peanut.avi, but much dirtier. There's a radio playing the unseen background, and it stops for a minute mark when the man collapses on the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifying in range and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does. You can hear this off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is doing something messed up in a mattress in a interviewing room, where the man from Stumps.avi walks around in his hands, wearing some kind of goblin mask. The door in this room was always closed in other videos, but now it's open. In this video, the only light is the room, and the half hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you can see an animal quickly run through the hallway. And finally, the last video we uncovered, useless.avi. This 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interviewing room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal, which was running down the hall in the previous video. It revealed to be an adult chimpanzee. Its hair is shaved and its entire body painted red. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air at that moment. It may have been blind, notices the woman tied to the mattress. It then goes into a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for grueling 7 minutes, until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats the flesh from her corpse for 4 minutes as the video ends. The thread exploded with activity after this video was uncovered, and people discussed it along for the night. When I came back on the image board the next day, I found out that it had been deleted. I tried to start another one, but they banned me. I tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter with the site's URL. I sent them 5 messages and never got a response. I tried to discuss it on the website on various places, but have been banned frequently. The site itself is also deleted about 3 days after useless.avi was uncovered, likely because someone contacted the authorities about it. The only proof that normal Pr0n ever existed was a few screen caps people took, and the videos from the site where people saved and upload on torrents. The most popular, which was useless.avi, which is found on its way to a few gore sites. Wherever you uploaded them to, All videos from normalporn normalpeople.com get deleted after a while.